you act in silence not to move or speak without disruption, consciously and I want you to know one thing that you know. I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I test your fire with the
drowning in a pool of drowning in a pool of drowning in a pool of.
I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I test your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as lips exist in the side of the aroma for the light metals. We're little boats that sail towards the isles. Wait for me. Little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, suddenly I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I test your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as lips exist in the side of the aroma for the light metals. We're little boats that sail towards the isles. Wait for me. Little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, suddenly you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad for the wind of banners that passes through my life. If you decide to leave me at the shore with a heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours where the shell lift my arms and the roots will set off to seek another land.
I don't love
but if each day
I don't love you in a pool of gravity. No water. Drowning in a pool of gravity.
This is if I look at the crystal moon, the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon, the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I catch in your fire with
Drowning in a pool of gravity.
I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon, the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I catch in your fire with the impedable ash.
Drowning in a pool of gravity. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I catch in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as lips exist in the side of an aroma for the light metals. We're little boats that sail. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I catch in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as lips exist in the side of an aroma for the light metals. We're little boats that sail towards the isles. Wait for me. Little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, suddenly you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passing through my life. If you decide to leave me at the shore with a heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours where the shell lift my arms and the roots, and we'll set off to seek another land. Each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for us. And if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, all my love and all my own, I don't love me, that fire is repeated, meaning nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, loving you. As long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing, you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I touch in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as lips exist in the side of the aroma for the light metals. We're little boats that sail towards the isles and wait for us. My heart is cruel rays. Little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, suddenly you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passing through my life. If you decide to leave me at the shore with a heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours where the shell lift my arms and the roots, and we'll set. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I catch in your fire with the you to be still as though you were absent.
And you can hear me from far away, my voice does not touch you. And it seems as though the eyes have been flowing away, but it seems a kiss and seal the mouth.
Cause all things are filled with my soul. You emerge from things and fill my soul. You are like-minded.
This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I test you in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals. We're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well,
I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I test you in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals. So we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, now, if little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you little by little. If suddenly you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passage through my life. If you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours with the shell, lift my arms in the roots and we'll set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, and if me nothing is extinguished or forgotten, my love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I test you in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals. So we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you little by little. If suddenly you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passage through my life. If you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours with the shell, lift my arms in the roots and we'll set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, me that fire is repeated, me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon, the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I test it in your fire with the impenetrable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as does exist in the side of an aroma for the light metals and little boats that sail towards the isles of you. Wait for me. Little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, but suddenly you forgot me. Do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad, when the banners and the passes through my life. If you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours with the shell lift my arms and the roots and will set off to seek another land. Each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me. And if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, and in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I test it in your fire with the impenetrable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals, so we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, if little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, but suddenly you forgot me. Do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad, you know, and the banners and the passion through my life is decide.
I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at.
I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I test it in your fire with the impenetrable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals, so we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, but suddenly you forgot me. Do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. If you think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passes through my life, if you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours with the shell lift my arms and the roots and will set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, and of me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I test it in your fire with the impenetrable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals, so we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me.
I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I test it in your fire with the impenetrable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals, so we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, now, little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, but suddenly you forgot me. Do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passion through my life, if you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours with the shell lift my arms and the roots and will set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, and in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I test it in your fire with the impenetrable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of an aroma for the light metals, so we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, now, if little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, but suddenly you forgot me. Do not look for me, I should already forgotten you.
Niggas long and mad, wearing the banners in the passage through my life. If you decide to meet me at the shore, the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours when the shell lift my arms and the roots and we'll sit off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, all my love and all my own, that fire is repeated, and if me nothing is extinguished or forgotten, my love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I tested your fire with the compatible ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists in the side of a roaming for the light metals, and we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, the sudden you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Long and mad, when the banners keep passing through my life, and you decide to meet me at the shore, the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours when the shell lift my arms and the roots and we'll set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, me that fire is repeated, me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I tested your fire with the compatible ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists inside of a room for the light metals, for little boats that sail towards the isles. Little by little, you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, the sudden you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Long and mad, when the banners in the passage through my life, if you decide to meet me at the shore, the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours when the shell lift my arms and the roots and we'll set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I tested your fire with the compatible ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists inside of a roaming for the light metals, and we're little boats that sail towards the isles. Wait for me. Well, little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, the sudden you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad, the wind of banners in the passage through my life. If you decide to meet me at the shore, the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours when the shell lift my arms and the roots and we'll set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, and all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I tested your fire with the compatible ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this exists inside of a woman for the light metals, we're little boats that sail towards the isles. Wait for me. Well, little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you. Little by little, sudden you forgot me, do not look for me, I should already forgotten you. Long and mad, when the banners keep passing through my life, if you decide to leave me at the shore, of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours when the shell lift my arms and the roots and we'll set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. I want you to know one thing that you know. This is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I tested your fire with the compatible ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as this inside of the light metals, for little boats that sail towards the isles. stop loving you little by little. Sudden you forgot me, do not look for me. I should already forgotten you. Think it's long and mad, but when the banners and passion in my life, you decide to meet me at the shore of the heart where I have roots. And remember that one day at the hours when the shell lift my arms and the roots will set off another land. Each hour, feel that you were destined for. Each day a flower climbs up to your lips to see me. All my love, all my love. That fire is repeated. Nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds in your love, love it. As long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. This is if I look at the crystal with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window. If I touch in your fire with the impedable ash and the wrinkled body of the log, and everything carries me into you as drifts exist in the side of aroma for the light metals, and we're little boats that sail towards the isles of you to wait for me. Well, if little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you little by little. But sudden you forgot me, do not look for me. I should already forgotten you. If you think it's long and mad for the wind of banners and the passage through my life, if you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, and remember that one day at the hours for the shell lift my arms and the roots, and we'll set off to seek another land.
You being the
But if each day, each hour, you feel that you were destined for me, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, all my love and all my own, in me that fire is repeated, and in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved. And as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine.
These will be rhetorical.
I want you to know one thing, and if you know, this is if I look at the crystal moon with the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I touch it in your fire with the impediment. You're probably gonna ask where the lilacs, the poppy petal, metaphysics in the rain, repeatedly spattering in its words and drilling them full of apertures and birds. And I tell you all the news, and I lived in a suburb of bells and clocks and trees. And there you can look out the Castile's dry face with the leather ocean, and the house was called the House of Flowers because every cranny was guaranteed of the berries and burst. A good-looking house with its dog and children. Remember that? You remember from the underground, from the balconies in which your life with the June drowned flowers inside of your mouth with the brother, my brother. Everything loud with the big voices, the salt, the merchandise, the pilot, but participated breath at the stall in the suburb. But this is the statue, and drain ink while it was twirl. Oil flour to the spoons, a deep bang, and a feet and hands swelled inside the streets for the meters and liters and the sharp measures of life and stacked up in the fish. Texture of roots with the cold sun in which the weather vane falters. That vine for the frenzy, ivory of potatoes and the wave of tomatoes, and only rolling down the sea for the one morning that was a burning for the burning, morning for the bonfire, sleep out into the earth with the devouring of human beings, and from then on fire, gunpowder, then on, from then on, blood, bandits with the plains, Moors, bandits with the big rings and Dutch, bandits with the black friars and the spattering of blessings that came to the sky to kill the children with the blood of the children, ran through the streets without a fuss like the children's blood, jackals with the jackals that spies and stones to the dry thistles that bite, spite up all of the vipers and vipers that would refine and dominate, face to face with you to see the blood of the tower, tied to drown you in a wave of the pride of a knife, treacherous and generals, see my dead house, look at that broken house, with the burning metal flowers instead of flowers in front of sockets, and you can find it emerging from the dead child of a rifle of her eyes, and you can find every crime bullets are born, which one day find the bull's eyes of your hearts. You'll ask why doesn't this poetry speak of dreams and leaves and the great volcanoes of the native land, but you can see the blood in the streets and come in the blood in the streets and coming to see the blood in the streets. Do something about it. Do we want to sweep it, wipe it, eliminate it?
Dread of death, the unaccepting of life.
were getting tired, pulling up our van so we could make our escape. He would say, boys, our time has come to live on the prison.
For the revealing of the secrets, for the vision of mankind, reveal us of the secret you could not find, for innocent, lying deep inside. For the revealing of the secrets, for the vision of mankind, reveal us of the secret you could not find. For the revealing of the secrets, for the vision of mankind, reveal us of the secret you could not find, for innocent, lying deep inside himself. For the Father, only departed for the desert, the wilderness of blood, will only be fall for the older the owls, and these to keep not for the word, for the before the departed, for the laminated of the faith, for the final words and spoken, for the ear, the diligent for the child. This is the still love, for the with the hasty, with the hand for the eye, for the spokely quiet, for the ass the winds. Whispering to the sky for the daughter she is, and she'll always remain. You can shut her. All they call her name for the dragonfly that's upon. Dotted along the heavy beats with the natural trees, but you can find the back to the web beginnings and the endings are one. Love and love is spread, so those are the hidden for the night, for the earthly embrace, and those are the hill covered by the earth with the middle in the mouth of the bay. Happiness, sound, friends, but flowers, songs for birds, bees, the honeycombs and the sweet in the woods, for the scent of the willow, for the softness of the air. Act as a pillow for the crater, nail the hair. This is for the lies and steals alone with the dreams and luminescence. This is the shrine illuminating for the mouth, for the touching of the sky, for the home of the woods, for the prey, the crying eyes of the mankind, for the those who knew nothing, for one was new for not, for the not know no one, knew not proof that this isn't for the this is the firm golden nine. It was a dream for another, but perhaps not. Coded to the window for the wood, the white dust of the ground, along with the keeper for the hunters who that hunted, deep into the dawn for the no longer the child, pure, eliminated with the life of the goddess had become, unstudied with the passion but the devoid about it less. This is the white witches with the hurt, with the dust of the glory and the harsh, and she felt the heart with the terror of the deer for the stalking of the knife, for this how we got over the shore. New for the hunter, for the stalking of the life of the man, for the this of the wandering. This is the lay for the head, who must remain for the waste, for the hunger, for the desire, for the man. This is the run for the deer, for the lad, who lay even down for the wolf, for the does not need to wake up, for the harshing of the ways of the earth, with the such night. God for the things in the stove, lights for the stars. This is for the hermit, and now the spirits into the deep sky. He loves the hunt for the drifted away, for the moon was dark, the hunter lost his way, for the creeping inside. For the revealing of the secrets, for the vision of mankind, reveal us of the secret, could not find the innocent, lying deep inside himself for the Father, only departed for the dust of the wilderness, the only before for the old of the owls, and this to keep not for the world, for the before the departed for the laminated of the vapor, the final words, and spoken for the with the dirt, gauging for the child, this is the still leather, for the with the hand for the eye, for the spoken cry of it attributes, whispering to the sky, for the daughter she is, and she'll always remain with the shelter. While they call her name for the dragon flies upon. Dotted alone, for this is the beyond, for the carry weeks with the magical dreams, where you can find it back to the web beginnings and the endings are one. Love and love and spread, so those are the hidden for the night, for the earth for the embrace, and those are the hill covered by the earth with the mold in the mouth of the wreck. Happy sound, friends, but flowers, songs for birds, bees, the honeycombs and the sweet in the woods, for the scent of the willow, for the softness of the air. Act as a pillow for the crater, nail the hair. This is for the lies and still is alone with the dreams and luminescence. This is the fire illuminating for the mouth, for the touching of the sky, for the home of the woods, for the prey, the crying eyes of the mankind, for the those who knew nothing, for one was new for the not know no one, knew not proof that this isn't for the this is the firm world denied. It was a dream to remember, but perhaps not. Coded to the window for the wood, the white dust of the ground, along with the keeper for the hunters and that hunted, deep into the dawn for the no longer the child, pure, illuminated with the life of the goddess had become, unstudied with the passion but been devoid about it lust. This is the white witches with the hurt, for the dusting of the belonging and the horns, and she felt the heart with the cover of the gift of the stalking of the knife, for this is how we got over the shore. News for the hunter, for the stalking of the life of the man, for the use of the wandering. This is the lay for the head, but it must remain for the waste, for the hunger, for the desire of the man. This is the run for the deer, for the lad, who laying down for the wolf, for the does not need to wake up, for the harshing of the ways of the earth, for the such night. Cloud for the things in the stove, lights for the stars. This is for the hermit, and now the spirits into the deep sky. He loves the hunt for the drifted away, for the moon is dark, the hunter lost his way, for the creeping inside the inside now for the earth, seeking shelter for one's in blistering tongue. So she eats the cradle, like hope for the dream for the night, the dance in the head. Dreamt in the head for the dream for the bed. Dreamt for the song played by the nose. Light for the figure, dawn for the when he woke. Open the eyes and the mouth for the sanctuary for all inside. Heard all creatures in the night, looked up for sorrows, good divine, but the light for then she heard the most pitiful cries and everything. Cried that this is the verse for the loss of the wind, for this is the roses for the flow, for the blood, covered the house of the prophecy foretold. Sunlight for the vow, faith which she was the hope. Good for the dope for the spoken soulfully, often for the wishes of the birth for the secret of peace. This is not child, but not for the break for the crucified of the night. Casting in light for the shadows, awakening the day. Seek child for the listen, soon be the light. Vision, wasteless vision, filled the air. Voiceless vision, the despair for the young one. This is the fear for the needy, for this is the birds that lost their way. Creatures for the need, for the great, for the great, for the small, for the deer, for maybe the rabbit, for the fox, for the doe. Beat between the side, quickly for the protein of the doe, for the snow, for the crushing, the quietly melting to the mouth, for the eyes and gaze into the wonder that was spoken and not word, for the silence we sin. A mist in the morning, for the swallow in the sight, for the sleeping, for the slept, for the dead. This is the over for the cradling in the heaven, this is the nest for the one that mouth for the fire damage. Breath of the hurt, the heart, the up under the significant on the side. Vision for the goddess, and this is the destiny for the eye to what it is, the visitation of the goddess, so this is the keeper of the singing, what has not been considered from nowhere. Feeling for the time from on along for the cattle, for the throat. Spoken for the throat, from knowing the throat is victorious in the night, for the exalted, for the rejoicing, for the peace, for the flight, for the joy, joining, homeward, towards this is long, day by the palm, like magnificent for the maiden, but you put the dream, for the touching of the hand, for the favor of the esteem, for this the nurse, the tender for the faithful one, that spokely for the sharply of a sword. Have you ever helped you for the lost, for the hunter in the woods, and helped yourself for the keeping of your work, for the speaking to another, for the man with no woman, no child, no reward for us in the silence, but it's been transpired. I live quietly, transpired for the this is the need to reveal for the what's remain hidden, for the not giving the oath. Embodied, emboldened by warmth, venture forth by words, closing in on that prayer. I'm begging your pardon.
Once again,
Just let me fly with the wind. Let me cry with the sea. Wings take me to strive to be free, for let me burn with the candle, for the aching with the tree. Fire takes me for the strive to be free, for the miles covered with the forgotten, for the dreams remembered and then gone. Thought to never spoken, for the shadows glimpsed from beyond, for all the points of the circle, for the circumference is one eternal emotion, for the transmuted into love. It's the footprints of something that I want to be remembered, for all the earthly to stay, for this to be thought, for the finest, for the receive, for the along the way, for the create that pyramid of being, for all that lasts, for the earth's days and at the dust, for to be remembered, for the humiliated, for the praise, all the for the others to live, for this to haven't lived, love, laugh, the cry, for others to live, and there were no journey proceeding, for the earthly ride, for this is the others to leave no trace. It's assured that the seek to live and love, but then be gone, forgotten at peace. One question remains for young one, poor, rich one. Oh, it is the winds, but the desert erase. Footprints of sand, for the winds of life erase the footprints of the soul. These are only kisses to the tender, to the caressing lips, for the sweet like a song, for the enchanted with the darkness, beholding dawn, for the light embrace, for the veritable dew, for the kisses to sin tender, for the melting in you heart render the song, for the beauty lie within, for the without. This is that sun bird with the cage with the wings. Soul, there's no more for the bird with the wings, but the always continue to soar. This is the angel that leaping in under the fire flights, the light, the hidden journeys with the transcending for the night, for the wings that lift lightly for the fanning of a flame, deemed for the insignificant in the day. This is the carry point, the place for the creativity's orbit. Find force for the matter, for the mass, the condensing to the art, for the spinning to the powder, with the masters of clay, for the shape to get the form sculpted. Skies, shield, and chisel for the dreams and dreamscapes. And this is the place where you can wander on as long as they wander, for the near and far, for the golden one is the but for the star, for the not to seek, for the would not find, for yet still burn of all time, for the golden light, for the all the follows, for the man, for the light, man, one the eternal sky. For this is the day, for the glancing of where, for the sunspot of the truth will say to you, this is the drink and dues, tenderly to the for the cup of war, or maybe that's why they fight in the way for the name of peace, not making sense of none of the conundrum, for there's no right for the wrong, for the only love, for the hate, for the drink, for the tenderly beloved, for the twisted cup, for the brother's blood. This is not for the own, for the still not blood, for the flowing fountain. Here we come for the cool, for the lips on the liquid, the love for the drinking, the deeply only tender ones. Those for the water, still deep, drinking up from the sun. This is the place for the 4 moments, for the mornings are gone. Sunshine for the laughter of a song, for the patch of the goat, for the luminescent and patterns on the pattern of the floor. Square, for this is the language form, for the soft place of peace and amber opening in the morning. Drink up at the sun, for the this is hooray, or maybe the drops of dribble for another day. The ring of another sorrow for the reindeer. That with tear flaw far below, for the awakening in your eye, for the shadow, for the old one that saw that could not be seen, for this is the foretold, another's dream of a child born. Childless one for those who have waited, for those who know more, for the gods have heard. Deep despair for the golden light for the child. I'll bear for the more, for the dancing to the sun. This is the beauty for the sublime blind eyes, and never the earth's sons. This shall be for the your daughter. So happy they wear, for this is the dancing to the day, for the foretold through the one who saw joy erupted, for then they interrupted the further voice with the gods of the daughter shall be the cause for the celebratory, for the deeds of the strings and turn into the blood, for the innocent one with the mortar, the source of the stains to the scarlet. Dancing one to the light for the isle, never for the known, for these are the brothers of the tall, bronze of the bold, for these are the brave warriors. Join that souls for the heroes, with the after morning for the sake of the lovely ones, so you can find the agonizing cries and the screeching of a hope for the standing up upon the prayer for the voice of the childless ones. Raw for the so cold, dead and with the darkness with the meat that thrown to the birds, and I cast in the shadows for the wits with the swiftly rose. We can be down for the child, for the love, for this is the ones with the blessing, that's not the curse, so this is the seer. One for the half seen it up in a dream, for the spoken, the quiet about the ways. Caress in the sea for the prey to listening of old ones. These are the mark my words through the gods we have spoken. Fate may be query, but they wants we ask. For the one when it may be blessed, for the curse, for the vantage point is the one, and yet you could be reversed. For this is the not the prayer, for the not the despair, for the change, for the position, for the obscure lair. She spoke for the softly as the it was in the trance, but no glaze. Bold, behold, child without a girl. For the shot, for the remain hidden, for this is the man, for the can't inconvencing or advance, for the racing get deep in the woods, for the flower, the fairies embracing of the soft, for the kissing of the dew, alone to the fly free eagles that saw, for the far, far away, for the eyes, for the man, and for the year, for the birth, the running of the near, for the songs, for the tongue, for the sadness, for the grief, gladness, groovy, grief, only turn to the gazing upon the distant Venus, Father, Panther, stove for the through, for the night, for the steadily carrying the child, for the night, for the deep into the darkness of the far into the earth, fulfilled with the desire of my kind babe cannot be seen for the mind man, not for the child, for the race inside the woods with the hand over nursement. I sin of the child will be weaved to the perfection like the beautiful design. Father and the midwife, this is the straight for the wood, for the dungeon, for the deeply dug, for the this is the mound, for the magnificent, for the founding of the vision.
Just let me fly with the wind. Let me cry with the sea. Wings take me to strive to be free, for to let me burn with the candle, for the aching with the tree. Fire takes me for the strive to be free, for the miles covered with the forgotten, for the dreams remembered and then gone. thought you never spoke, for the shadows glimpse from beyond, for all the points of the circle, for the circumference is one eternal emotion, for the transmuted into love. It's the footprint of something that I want to be remembered, for all the earth need to stay, for this to be thought, for the fineness, for the receive, for the along the way, for the create that pyramid of being, for all that lasts, for the earth's days and after dust, for to be remembered, for the humiliated, for the praise, all the for the other to live, for this to haven't lived, dove and laugh and cry, for others to live, and there were no journey proceeding, for the earthly ride, for this the others to leave no trace. It's assured that the seek to live and love are then be gone, forgotten at peace. One question remains for young one, poor, rich one, old as the winds with the desert erase. Footprints of sand with the winds of life erase the footprints of the soul. These are only kisses to the tender, to the caressing lips for the sweet like a song, for the enchanted with the darkness, beholding dawn, for the light embrace, for the veritable dew, for the kisses the tender, for the melting in you, heart render the song, for the beauty lie within, for the without. This is that sun bird with the cage with the wings. Soul, there's no more for the bird with the wings, but the always continue to soar. This is the angel that leaping in under the fireflights, the light, the hidden journeys with the transcending for the night, for the wings that lift lightning, for the fanning of a flame, deemed for the insignificant in the day. This is the carry point, the play for the creativity's orbit. Transifying the force for the matter, for the mass, the condensing to the art, for the splendor to the powder, but the masters of clay, for the shape to get the form sculpted. Eyes shield and chisel for the dreams and dreamscapes, and this is the place where you can wander on as long as they wander, for the near and far, for the golden one is the button with the star, for the not to seek, for the would not find, for yet still burns of all time, for the golden light, for the all the follows of the man, for the light and one eternal sky, for this is the day, for the glancing away, for the sunspot of the truth will say to you, this is the drink and dues, tenderly to the for the cup of war, or maybe that's why they fight in the way for the name of peace, not making sense another conundrum, for there's no right, for the wrong, for the only love, for the hate, for the drink, for the tenderly beloved, for the sister cup, for the brother's blood. This is not for the own, for the still not blood, for the flowing fountain. Here we come for the cool, for the lips on the liquid, the love for the drinking, the deeply on the tender ones. Goes for the water, still deep, drinking up in the sun. This is the place for the 4 moments, for the mornings are gone. Sunshine for the laughter of a song, for the patch of the gold for the luminescent and patterns on the cannon of the floor. Square for this is the language informed for the soft place of peace and amber opening in the morning. Drink up at the sun for the this is hooray. Or maybe the drops of dribble for another day. The ring of another sorrow for the reindeer. That would tear fall far below, for the awakening in your eye, for the shadow, for the old one that saw that could not be seen, for the foretold another's dream of a child born. Childless one for those who have waited, for those who know more, for the gods have heard. Deep despair for the golden light for the child. I'll bear for the more, for the doubts into the sun. This is the beauty for the sublime eyed blind eyes, and never the earth's sons. This shall be for the your daughter. So happily they wear for this is the dancing to the day for the foretold to the one who saw. Joy erupted for then they interrupted the further voice with the gods of the daughter shall be the cause for the celebratory for the these of the streams and turn it to the blood for the innocent one with the voice of the source of the stain to the sky. There's the one to the light for the isle, never for the known for these are the brothers of the tall, bronze of the bold for these are the brave warriors, join their souls for the heroes with the after morning for the sake of the lovely one, so you can find the agonizing cries in the screeching of a hope for the descending of upon the prayer for the voice of the childless ones, raw for the so cold, dead and with the darkness with the meat, got thrown to the birds and eye cast in the shadows for the wits with the swiftly rose. We can be down for the child, for the love, for the once with the blessing, this now the curse of this is the seer. One for the half seen it often in a dream, for the spoken, the quiet about the ways. Caress in the sea for the prey to listening on old ones. These are the mark my words through the gods we have spoken. Fate may be query, but the wants we ask for the bone when it may be blessed, and for the curse, for the vantage point is the one that yet you could be reverse for this is that not the prayer, for the not to despair, for the change, for the position, for the obscure lair. She spoke for the softly Esther, for it was in the trance with no glaze. Bold, behold, child without a girl. For the shot, for the remain hidden, for this is the man, for the can inconvencing or advance, for the racing it deep in the woods, for the flower, the fairies embracing at the soft, for the kissing of the dew, alone to the fly free eagles that soar, for the far, far away, for the eyes, for the man, and for the year, for the birth, the running of the near, for the songs, for the tongue, for the sadness, for the grief, gratis, rooted, grief, only turn to the gazing upon, but this is the Venus, Father, Panther, stove for the through, for the night, for the settle, the carrying the child, for the night, for the deep into the darkness of the far into the earth, to fulfill with the desire for my kind babe cannot be seen for the mind man, not for the child, for the race inside the woods with the hand of a nursemaid. I sin of the child will be weaved to the perfection like the beautiful design. So just let me fly with the wind.
So just let me fly with the wind. Let me cry with the sea. The wings take me to strive to be free, for let me burn with the candle, for the aching with the tree. Fire takes me for the strive to be free, for the miles covered, for the forgotten, for the dreams remembered and then gone. Thought to never spoke, for the shadows glimpsed from beyond, for all the points of the circle, for the circumference is one eternal emotion, for the transmuted into love. It's the footprints of something that I want to be remembered, for all the earthly to stay, for this to be thought, for the finest, for the receive, for the along the way, for the create that pyramid of being, for all that lasts, for the earth stays and at the dust, for to be remembered, for the humiliated, for the praise, all the for the others to live, for this to haven't lived, dove, laugh, and cry, for others to live, and there were no journey, proceeding for the earthly ride, for this the others to leave no trace. It's assured that the seek to live in love, but then be gone, forgotten at peace. One question remains for young one, poor, rich one. Oh, it is the winds with the desert erase. Footprints of sand with the winds of life erase the footprints of the soul. These are only kisses to the tender, to the caressing lips, for the sweet like a song, for the enchanted with the darkness, beholding dawn, for the light embrace with a veritable dew, for the kisses the sin tender, for the melting in you heart. Render the song for the beauty lie within, for the without. This is that sun bird with the cage with the wings. Soul, there's no more for the bird with the wings, but the always continue to soar. This is the angel that leaping in under the fire flights, the light, the hidden journeys with the transcending for the night, for the wings that lift lightly for the fanning of a flame, deemed for the insignificant in the day. This is the carry point, the plate for the creativity's orbit, transifying the force for the matter, for the mass, the condensing to the art, for the spun into the powder, for the masters of the clay, for the shape, to get the form sculpted. Shies, shield, and chisel for the dreams and dreamscapes. And this is the place where you can wander on as long as they wander, for the near and far, for the golden one is but the star, for the not to seek, for the would not find, for yet still burns of all time, for the golden light, for the all the follows of the man, for the light.